Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm an HSP, also known as a highly sensitive person. Now, I realize everyone is sensitive to a different degree, but there is a certain type of person that is extremely sensitive, and they have a tendency to perceive the world around them on a much deeper, more intense level. It's almost kind of like their senses, or all of their senses, are cranked up just a little bit too much. And that's just the way it is. That's how an HSP is wired. We don't choose to be that way. It just is what it is. And you're probably wondering, well, am I an HSP? Am I part of the club? Well, I have some examples I can throw out at you. If you normally have very sensitive hearing and you get very irritated over the slightest noise, you could be an HSP. Or if you usually become very exhausted after spending time in a crowd of people, that also could be a very clear indication that you do actually belong to the HSP club. And by the way, if you do usually feel drained after a trip to the mall or a festival, it probably means that you are very sensitive to other people's energies, which is a key characteristic of an HSP. The good thing, though, is that you are probably really good at reading a room or the person opposite you, which, when you think about it, is kind of like built-in protection. Because if you can read a person or get a sense of their energy and it's making you feel crummy, well, then you know to distance yourself from said person so that you can start feeling more comfortable and more positive and probably safer. So in some cases, being really sensitive is a wonderful thing because it means you have better intuition, which is what supports the personal security system that you've already got built in. The only thing is that you've got to learn to listen to that intuition and get used to listening to it. Oh, and just to remind you, your intuition, it usually comes in the form of a feeling rather than a thought. Not all the time, but most of the time. And I will be talking more about intuition in future videos, but right now I just want to let you know that I plan on sharing a series of videos with you that will offer up some different suggestions on how to approach life and cope with the world around you. Okay? Okay. And feel free to post any comments as long as they're of a constructive nature. I'd love to hear them, as well as any suggestions you might have for future videos. So leave me a note. I would love to read it. And remember, we are all in this together, so let's be kind to each other. Be well, and I will talk to you soon.